evening, cult members, and welcome to PopCultureCult. I'm Sean.
I'm Janice.
And this is going to be our review of Spenser Confidential, which just dropped this week on Netflix.
Yep.
This is directed by Peter Berg, starring Mark Wahlberg, which is pretty much every Peter Berg or Mark Wahlberg movie that has happened in the last 10 years or so.
Right.
This is probably not going to be like one of those movies that like a bunch of people are going to review on the internet, but with everything that's going on in the world with COVID-19, coronavirus, whatever,
right.
We thought maybe like doing some stuff that's on some of the streaming stuff that kind of has suggestions to people.
Because there is so much content out there, it gets a little overwhelming, and you're like, there's 50 things I want to watch, but I don't remember what any of them are.
Yeah, that's why you have a spreadsheet. Because that's how we work in this house. The person over there on the left.
No.
My left, your right. It's very confusing. This is... I'm just going to preface this with everything we're about to say. This is not reinventing the wheel. It is a very much paint by numbers, cop gets wrongly accused, bad cops, drug kingpins.
Yeah. Nothing new here as far as storyline goes.
Right.
It's all about the acting, I guess.
Execution?
Yeah.
Now, I will preface a lot. What I'm going to say, too, is I really like Peter Berg.
Yeah.
I really like...
And we generally like Mark Wahlberg.
We generally like Mark Wahlberg. We even... I don't blame him for The Happening.
Right.
That's not his fault.
Right.
That's Shyamalan's fault.
Shyamalan went somewhere for a while and then came
back.
back.
Came back. He was all right. Watch Glass. Sorry.
Yes.
It's so good. But I really like Peter Berg. I like his style. I like his chemistry with Mark Wahlberg. I like the way he shoots stuff. I like the way the texture feels, and all of those tropes, all of those things were in this movie. And that's and I think for me, like I said, we're not reinventing the wheel here or whatever, but that gave me like I'm still enjoying this, and
yeah, it was fine. Again, it's not a new story. It's not, you're not trying to figure out. I would say you're not trying to figure out who done it, although I didn't see it coming for at least a little while.
Yeah.
I got there before they got there, but it wasn't like I got it from the beginning. It took me a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right there. Part of that might be too that we were watching the movie, but we were also trying to do other things at the same time, and so there might have been a little I won't say inattention, but it was that kind of wasn't like I said, because it wasn't something new. Okay, I kind of go and see what's going on, and then I can come back around. I'm like, oh, I can catch up and stuff. The chemistry between Mark Wahlberg and Winston Duke. Winston Duke is from Us and Black Panther and stuff like that. He hasn't had a ton of stuff, but now he's getting more stuff. But him being this, Winston Duke specifically being this guy who actually is trying to better his life or whatever.
Yep.
It was kind of a fun little character for him to be playing. Although he is a big physical dude and he was playing an MMA guy, he also was kind of the intellectual one of the group, and his chemistry countering Mark Wahlberg's craziness was very cool.
Well, and I also like how he wasn't especially good at being an MMA guy, which is kind of against the stereotype, because he is so big, and looks like he could just pound you into the sand. And he really wasn't very good until he got worked up, and then he just went completely over the edge, and he was going to kill you, and it's like, okay, we need to figure out the happy medium here.
That's how you throw a punch.
Alan Arkin completely just played Alan Arkin.
Yeah.
which was fine.
Alan Arkin saying "fuck" is pretty awesome too.
Yeah.
I could just totally just be cool with him doing, just whatever Alan Arkin is in.
Yeah.
You end up
he's
like,
fun.
why? I always forget that Alan Arkin is good and is fun.
Yep.
And although the first joke I made was, are we making a movie to save Canadians out of Lebanon?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the other one that kind of surprised me was Elsa Schlesinger.
Elsa Schlesinger. Her last name's hard.
A stand-up comic who's now starting to roll into the acting thing.
Yep.
And she plays Mark Wahlberg's
ex-wife, girlfriend,
love interests, fuck
crazy
buddy,
dog lady.
like she's so good. And the further we went in the movie, the heavier her accent, her Boston accent,
Southie accent,
and it worked. Like I've never been to Boston, and I haven't spent a whole lot of time around Southeast, and so, but like her accent, like I kept giggling every time she did it because I'm like, that's how I've ever like heard it out always. Like
and she's very stereotypical,
and she was just like no bullshit, like just right in Mark's and right in Spenser's face and stuff, and and I'm trying to think of.
And then Dave Chappelle.
No.
Wasn't that Dave Chappelle?
No. Bokeem Woodbin.
Really?
Yes.
So he's also in Slim and
yes. He's the pimp in Queen and Slim.
Okay. Queen and Slim.
And he is one of those guys who has always been a kind of a character actor guy, but every time he shows up, you're like, why is he not in more?
Yeah.
He's really good in Queen and Slim.
Yeah,
he's good here too. And when he popped up, I was like, I wish he was in more leading stuff.
Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe he's just a little more thoughtful about what he picks, or I don't know.
Or he just doesn't have a very good agent.
Or there's that, or black man in Hollywood just trying to get what he can get.
Right. I mean, he was in Fargo. I got IMDb up, and so it was right there.
Oh, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
He was at Spider-Man: Homecoming.
He's one of the bad
The second,
guys?
he's the second guy to get the fists.
Yeah.
After Vulture kills the
first guy,
and gets
yeah,
the other guy.
and then promotions.
Yay, field promotions. This is not a world beater. This is not a, it's go rush right out and see it on Netflix right now. I say go out and see it because I want you to leave your room. Don't leave your house. Leave your room and go watch it.
Hey, that's what folks can do when you're feeling stir crazy. Go watch something in a different room, and then you'll feel like you've actually left your home and gone
sit on the patio or something like that. Or
we're here to give you
sound
tips.
Advice on the world and everything. But yeah, it's not a world beater. I enjoyed it. I'm glad I watched it, but it's not something I think that we need to rush right out and tell people to.
Yeah, it was fine. When you're sitting here on day 12 and you're like, I need to watch something. You can watch this.
This is watch this definitely. So let's give it a score.
Who? What are you giving it?
I'm thinking I'm going to give it the same. I want to give it the same as I gave it Bloodshot, but I think I like this more than Bloodshot.
I did too. Okay, 3.
3. Yeah. 2.76. No, I like it a little bit more than that. But yeah, and we didn't hate on Bloodshot. We had critiques of it. Like, if you've ever watched or listened to our channel, we tend to be fairly positive about movies, even when they're not.
Right. There are very few that we have completely just hated on.
The Road.
The Circle.
Oh, The Circle was a dumpster fire. Is this movie ever going to end? But yeah, it's Peter Berg, and I'm always gonna like Peter Berg a lot, and I know a lot of people critique his style, and that's totally understandable. It's like Michael Bay's style. It's his thing, and I'm okay with him stretching his limits at times. But I think I the Mando's going off again. But I think that I'm cool with it. I'm cool.
Yep.
So what did you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications. If you're on the podcast feed, follow us there. We're going to be uploading stuff as we go along in the apocalypse here. And so we're going to, even though that there's not new movies really going to be coming out, we're going to go back and do some other stuff. Maybe do a series of apocalyptic movie reviews and stuff like that.
Yes.
So
fun apocalyptic movie reviews, not
Contagion,
and Outbreak, but maybe like The World's End and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So knowing that, subscribe to our channels and our feeds so you are updated with all that stuff, including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We'll be uploading and talking about stuff on there too. So
sure.
And until next time, if we don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.